This morning I'm talking about visions. Visions are given to us. And as I was sitting back there during our meditation time, I was thinking how today's society, particularly today's society, is now so immersed in the past and the present to almost, in my opinion, a degree of obsessiveness. And I know that's not everybody's going to agree with that opinion, but if you look at the thread that is running through the news, media, even the New York Times, which I dearly cherish, the New York Times, we don't have a sense of future. They're not giving us a sense of a beautiful future. They're not giving us a vision of what our country, not just the country I live in, but those of you on the webinar this morning from other countries. Do you have a sense that your government, your people, are giving you a sense of vision? If you see that, if you feel that, let me know. It'll uplift my spirits a bit. But we're going to talk about vision today. From the teachings, we're told that a vision is a link between us and the Most High. So if you don't understand anything else or don't listen to anything else that I say this morning, make a mental note of this, that a vision is a link between yourself and the Most High. Of course, the question is, what is the Most High to you? Do you even believe in a Most High? If you don't believe that there is something greater than yourself, then go watch CNN. Because today's talk won't mean much to you. But to those of us that are on a spiritual quest, who have a sense of future, who feel, on the other hand, that we are bogged down by present events and activities of society, then you need this talk today. I think it will uplift you and inspire you. So a vision is a link between your present life and the future life. It is a link between your present life and the future life. If you do not have a vision, then you are who you are right now, and you do not have any conscious connection with the forces and entities and masters and centers who are trying to uplift you and lead you. In the teaching of Agni Yoga, there's mention of the cosmic magnet, the heart of the universe. Do you try to make contact with the cosmic magnet? What about the mother of the world? What about masters? What about hierarchy? What about Shambhala? They're not about falling past statues of former leaders and their mistakes. Hey, they're about our future. If you don't strive to connect with the higher frequency of life, which is permeated within space as a result of the service of the pulsation of the cosmic magnet, hierarchy, Shambhala, the masters. See, then you're going to be lost. And as you get older and older and older in your life, you're going to lose your understanding about the purpose of life. You're going to lose enthusiasm about your incarnation, about the purpose of your life. And when you become so delusional and lose your sense of purpose and respect for this incarnation and enthusiasm for the purpose of your life, you will no longer have a vision. That vision will not be given to you. So even more so, the importance of today's time, to know that a vision is given to us. It is not taken, it is given to us. The first agent who gives us our vision is the higher self. Our higher self. Now, this is what the higher self is doing. The higher self is looking at our past lives. Just imagine, someone cares. This great spiritual illumined being who has sacrificed themselves for us is still hanging in there with us. We may not be hanging out with them, but they're hanging out with us, these great solar angels that we know determines or is our higher self. The higher self is looking at our past lives, also our present sacrificial life. Also looking at our dedication, also looking at our beauty. And what the higher self is looking at eventually formulates in its mind the image that we are going to become in the future. I'm going to repeat this. The higher self is looking at our past lives, our present, our sacrificial life, our dedication, our beauty. Eventually, in that process, is formulating in its mind the image that we are going to become in the future. It is very subtle, and it is also very beautiful. It is like a jigsaw puzzle. Our higher self is working on us and looking at what we are doing, looking at what we are feeling, looking at what we are thinking, to what we are aspiring, and to what sacrificial deeds we are doing. The puzzle pieces are coming together. Eventually, the picture is complete, and that is your vision. That is your vision. The master within you, your higher self, eventually knows what you are going to be. You cannot see it, but your higher self is seeing that. And when that is formulated, your higher self projects it to your mind. See, your higher self is projecting it to your mind, and now you have a vision. How do you record? Or how do you accept the vision? First, it is an impression that you are going to be somebody. That you are going to be somebody. But it is fuzzy, and you cannot really see it. That's the first. An impression that you're going to be somebody or something. Second, it is telepathic. Telepathically, you are feeling that somebody is calling you. Somebody is encouraging you, inspiring you, but you don't know what it is. Do you recognize these experiences? Yeah. It is inside of you, but it has not come yet into the mental plane, and so you cannot see it. So it comes like telepathy. Telepathically, you feel like you should be doing something, that you must be somebody, that you must not stay what you are. And thus it is a telepathic impression. See, honor that, respect that. Sometimes you receive telepathic impressions and you negate it as being, I can't even imagine negating it, but that you think, nah, I don't have time for that. No, this is fantasy. No, I don't have any time for this. I need to take a look at my own dismal life and enjoy it. I know that sounds stupid, but that's how people think. And then they're thinking it because that's how they act. What is it they say? Action is louder than words. Now, what's happening with this telepathic impression is it eventually turns into a strong belief. It eventually, your vision that has been given to you becomes a strong belief. And now you are on your road to becoming somebody, to becoming something. Some people call it faith. Now you can understand what faith or belief is. It's not built on something that does not exist. So erase your definition of faith, because most people will say faith is an abstraction. Faith is not an abstraction. It is built on something that exists, not on something that does not exist. If you have no faith in yourself, then you don't exist. See? Faith means you have faith in yourself because you exist. You believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, people will not have control over who they say you are, because you have vision. Faith or belief is built upon something that is within you, but perhaps at this point you are not able yet to touch it at this point in your life, but it is coming. You have belief, see? You have faith. You say, I'm going to do this. You say, this is going to be accomplished. You say, we are going to achieve something. They will say, are you crazy? Why are you saying these things? You're going to say, I just know. I have faith. I have belief. Don't let the person that says, are you crazy, deny your existence, deny your belief, deny your faith. Don't let it happen. You say, I just know. I have faith. I have belief. And that faith is based on certainty that there is a vision that is slowly dawning in your mind. Then eventually that vision, after being belief, after being faith, starts appearing. And you see the vision of your future, of what you're going to be. Sometimes it is very factual, sometimes it is symbolic. Sometimes it's both. For example, you see yourself as a great humanitarian. You see yourself as a great scientist, even a great master, a great being, a great angel, and so on. You see it. Now, immediately when you see it, it has three influences on you. The first influence is that it enlightens your mind and gives you direction. It enlightens your mind and gives you direction. Before that, you did not have direction. You ran after everything, every this and that. You did not have direction, right? Think about this. You did not have direction before then. But when you have a vision, direction comes. Vision equals direction. Direction will come. After direction, enlightenment comes. Vision, direction, enlightenment. Faith, belief that you are somebody. Next, there comes an energy to make you achieve that vision. You need energy to achieve your vision. It's not just going to fall in your lap. There comes an energy to make you achieve that vision, because every vision is a dynamite, a center of energy. Every vision is a center of energy. Next is the fact that vision protects you. Vision protects you. Isn't this an interesting idea? Vision protects us. It protects us in many, many ways. When you have a vision, you stop doing all those strange things and ridiculous things and stupid things that you have or had been doing. See how vision protects you. When you have vision, you do not spend. You do not waste your time, your energies, your forces, your mind, your body. You don't waste them. When you do not waste your time, you are protected. When you have vision, you have all of these spiritual entities that surround you and protect you from bad influences. Now you are protected. Next, a deeper vision. This is so exciting. This is your future. See, it's not toppling old statues. Next, a deeper vision is given after you accomplish the vision that your higher self gave to you. The deeper vision is given by your master. The master looks at your life and eventually concludes that you are going to be an individual working for humanity, for the planet, for the solar system. And the master gives you a hint. Now, you are a simple man or woman with many children. You are killing yourself to work and to support your family. Can you remember the time? The days? Oh boy, I sure can. But then you received a vision. The thing with myself and others is that if that vision was given to you and you brought it into this life, and you're a mom and you're taking care of half a dozen kids and you're working yourself to death, you know the purpose behind it. You understand the underlying purpose. And therein, you find your joy. And you say, there is hope for me. There is my future. Let me take care of my karma now and pay that debt the very best possible way I can. Because there is hope for me. There is a future for me. To have direction, to have future means you have space. Think about this. You have space. Space to grow and expand. When you walk into the grocery store during this COVID-19 or a department store or wherever you find yourself going and you've got that god-awful mask on, you can't breathe, what are you going to think? I'm wearing this so I have space. I'm wearing this mask so others have space. Space means future. You have a future. If you do not have space, if you do not have faith, if you do not have belief, vision, and future, you cannot grow. It is space that makes you grow. That is why, if you remember, every teacher provides space for us. Buddha said that all of us in the future are going to be Buddhas. Look at what space he created. See that? Future. Buddha didn't say, you guys are going to live to age 70 if you're lucky, and then you're dead. You're done for. What a way to be born, to be incarnated. Okay, I'm going to be here for 70 or 80 years, and then I'm out of here. I'm gone. I'm dead. Oh, no. But that's how some people think. Buddha said that all of us in the future are going to be Buddhas. Look at what space he created. Christ said, be perfect. Look what space he produced. Every teacher's intention or mission is to create space so that we grow. Some people think and act in an interesting way. We're given space, and our stupid self says, no, I don't know how to do that. I can't do that. That's not in my skill set. I don't want to do that. Don't tell me what to do. I don't want to do that. But you know what they're doing is they're putting themselves in a coffin. Or others are putting you in a coffin. If you are in a coffin, you cannot grow anymore. Just like carp. Put them in a small pond. They stay small. Put them in a lake, and they grow and expand. You need space to grow and expand. Even potatoes need space to grow. That is why we do not care for people who limit us and say, you are going to be like you are forever. Some religions tell us that we're going to go to hell and burn forever. Well, that's great. Again, another great reason to come into incarnation, to know that we're going to die and go to hell and burn forever. You are not going to go to hell, and you are not going to burn forever. Maybe now you're a bit ugly. Maybe you're even ignorant. But in 50,000 years, you're going to suddenly open into a big flower. This knowledge opens your space. As your space opens, you become greater and greater because there is a possibility to grow. Without space, you cannot grow. The real teaching expands our space. Have you studied Agni Yoga, the teaching of living ethics? Really and seriously studied it and practiced it? If you have, you will know how it expands your space. The real teaching expands our space. The teacher gives us space to be. The teaching explains that the real space is a special spirit. That means the vision that's given to us is a spiritual phenomenon that is a special spirit. Could I dare say that that vision is an entity of our making, designed by our higher self, and ultimately pulls us into the life of these greater beings that positions us in the light of hierarchy, and ultimately, I'm going to just throw this out for you to think about, putting you in contact with Sana Kamara, the Ancient of Days. If you have been given a vision. So, let me repeat this. The teaching explains that the real space is a spiritual or a special spirit. It is a condensed dynamic within us that needs to be released. Something that is like dynamite within us that's going to be released. Don't waste your time. Once you release it, there is no hindrance to your progress, to your expansion, to your success. The next vision comes after your master gives you a vision and inspires you to strive towards your vision. The first agent, we said, was the higher self. The second is the master. After the master gives us a vision and inspires us to strive toward that vision, then the great one, Sana Kamara, that is talked about in the story of Hercules called the Presiding One. Sana Kamara gives us a vision. Sana Kamara is not only the Ancient of Days, but the Lord of Shambhala. See, this is vision. This is our future. Sana Kamara looks at you and says, "Ah, my sister, there is hope for you." He says, "Ah, my brother, there is hope for you. You are walking nicely. You are falling. You are coming to your senses. Let me notice it." This is Sana Kamara. As he notices, as he, this great one, this Ancient of Days, starts thinking about it, your potential starts to grow. This is the job of the teacher. Think of Jacob's ladder. We go from one teacher to another until it lifts us into the higher worlds, into a frequency of resonance with hierarchy, with Shambhala, with Sanat Kumara. He starts thinking about us, and in his thought, our potentials grow. Every teacher I have ever had can be defined in this way. Saw my potentials, thought about my potentials, and I began to realize those potentials. Eventually, our potentials take the form of the vision that he has for us in his mind. So you're not alone. Unless you have no belief in yourself, if you have no faith, then you don't exist. The sources of our visions are our higher self, our teacher, our leader, our master, and the presiding one, Sanat Kumara. When you receive these visions, and eventually through initiation and expansion of consciousness, you reach greater and greater achievements, it means that you are actualizing your vision, the vision that is given to you. Are you inspired? I hope so. You start actualizing the vision projected into your mind. Sometimes you're seeing that vision. Sometimes you're not seeing that vision, but you are feeling it, that you are sensing it. Many children have these visions from past lives and are now coming already prepared to actualize these visions. You may be one of them. For example, when Mozart, Schubert, Tchaikovsky, and Beethoven were little boys, they knew that they were going to be great composers. The vision was there. As their body grew and their minds built itself, the nervous system became organized, and they actualized the vision, their vision. Eventually, they became the vision itself. Think about that. Put yourself in that position. Eventually, they became that vision itself. That is the purpose of every one of us, that we do not talk only about vision, but we actualize it. We do not only inspire vision in others, but also by our presence, our service, our sacrifices, our beauty, our inspiration, our creativity become the vision for others. You can be a vision for other people when you actualize your own vision. To have a vision means that you have been chosen. You are not chosen until you touch the vision. I'm purposefully speaking slowly so that you will assimilate this, take it in, and let it become part of your little cells and atoms and beingness, that you will not just hear this talk this morning intellectually and walk out the door and put your mask on and forget about what you experienced this morning. Don't let that happen. To have a vision means to be chosen. You are not chosen until you touch the vision. When you touch the vision, you are an authority in something, and you start doing it. To touch the vision means that you are an authority in something and you start doing it. You are happy. No difficulty stops you, because every difficulty increases your dedication, your happiness, your joy, and your energy. You do it even if you cry and are in pain and suffering. You do your job, because that job is the source of your joy. When the vision is approaching you, you start thinking about right direction. See, this is crucial. You start thinking about direction when that vision is approaching you. Which direction are you going to choose? So you're at a crossroads at that moment. Are you going to choose business? If you choose that business, that means that business is going to control 90% of your life. That's your decision. What about marriage? Your friends? What direction are you going to choose? Is this the way I must do business? Which direction are you going to choose? This is why in Agni Yoga teaching they say, think. If you have this sense of direction, and this business approach or opportunity comes to you, you're going to sit down and you're going to weigh this business in comparison to the vision that you're sensing. That's something that is in you. And if it says no, don't let anybody talk you into taking that job, because it's going to make you money. See what I'm saying? Why? Because that decision, if you haven't taken it into the light of your consciousness, can push you away and delete the vision in this life. It can make you busy, it can make you money, it might make you poor. But what's worse is that your vision is no longer part of your consciousness. You've disconnected. Marriages can do that. If you made the wrong choice, if you chose the wrong partner, that partner can take you off your vision quest. Friends can do the same. Be careful about who you choose to work with, to be friends with, to be married to. Which direction are you going to choose? The more advanced you are, the more complicated become the directions. It becomes more and more difficult until your intuition, your vision tells you automatically with resonance, and your heart says, this is it. There is an intense desire to find direction. A very advanced teacher of Agni Yoga was asking a question of a fantastic Indian rishi who is considered a wise man. The teacher asked, "You are 85 years old. What do you like most in the world?" The rishi answered, "I love obnoxious men and women because they really need me." And he did not say any more. The more I chat with the recent generations of young people and seeing them increasingly waste their lives on more and more intense, dangerous drugs, burning their minds, obliterating their future. I want so much to reach out to them, to help them. It is my hope, my vision, that the magnetism of the teaching will pull them toward us. That the magnetism of the teaching will pull them toward us, toward the teaching, and that they will become drunk with the beauty and love and bliss of the path of spirit. That in so doing, they find what they have been searching for so long, their sense of self. I hope the younger people in our group reach out to them. That the bright minds of the younger people of our group reach out to those lost adolescents and save them with the power, the beauty, and freedom of the teaching. Not the powerfully negative and destructive influence of drugs. We are here for them. There is always hope, no matter what they are, no matter how lost they are. There is always hope. But it's a hard job to help. So that's my talk this morning. Visions are given to us. Okay. I'd just like to start from the beginning. There's so much more to share. So much more. So many stories of people who have sensed that vision, and that vision gave them direction, and eventually they became the vision that we could talk about. It's very real. And that gives us hope.